Zero.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yisk. This is Katana Zero, and you guys can introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm OutrageousJosh.
I'm Laprahs.
I'm Jello. I was asked to play 3DS on the couch, but this run's pretty good, so I'm probably not going to be doing that.
Yeah, so right before we start, just want to double check, what's the status on the hard mode incentive?
Unfortunately, the hard mode incentive did not get met.
Unlucky. And
Bad
what's the
RNG.
status on the psychotherapy incentive?
However, psychotherapy has officially been met.
Woo! Let's go.
So now we just need for Pet That Cat.
Nice, all right, so I'll turn boss secret on, and then, yeah, we can pet the cat afterwards. So time's gonna start as soon as I click left click and deflect the first bullet. So counting down in 3, 2, 1, start.
Woo!
All right, this is Katana Zero. It's you do a lot of movement, and you do a lot of slashing, and you do a lot of rolling. That's sort of the entire game.
Rollings are going to be really useful throughout the entire run because they give iframes, which are invincibility frames. So anytime he needs to dodge anything, he's going to be rolling.
Yeah, so rolling's going to be useful a lot. Also, I'm not mashing the rolling, because if you mash the roll, then you usually start missing them. There's a small grace period where you can roll again after a roll. And you can roll through lasers, and you can roll through enemies and all that sort of stuff, because as it was explained, rolling gives you iframes.
Also, I think it should be explained that in this game that everything dies in one hit, including yourself. So things are going to be going really fast. People are going to be dying super fast, and yeah.
Yeah, it sort of follows the Hotline Miami level, or Hotline Miami school of how to make levels by forcing you to kill every single enemy on the screen before you can progress to the next screen. But there are some exceptions to that rule, and we'll get to those when we get there. So that was the first stage. That's factory. This is hotel. As you can see, it's a hotel.
This is true.
So you can see there, Yisk, just through items. You can actually pick up items off the ground and one-shot pretty much every enemy with items, given a couple exceptions.
Yeah. So right now there are 3 main enemy types. There are the sword people, and there are the punchy people, sword people, and the gun people. They all have respective names. The sword people are called Rickies. The punchy people are called Terrys, and the gun people are just called gun people. It's kind of sad.
Kind of unlucky to be a
Yeah, so
gun people.
there I just skipped a cutscene by throwing a throwable there to the right. There's actually an enemy there that we have to, usually we go out and talk to him, and then he jumps off the balcony, but instead we could just throw a throwable at him and he dies, and it skips having to do that.
So this is the first level with stealth. The people dancing, if you stand within them, the lasers won't be able to see you, so you can just hop right through everything by going into lasers.
And then at the end there, I did a small skip by jumping over the cone of vision for the last person, and then entering the end of the stage before he actually notices me, which gives me a death on the death counter up to the left, but it progresses to the next screen faster. So, yeah, as you can see, there's a death counter up to the left if you wonder what that number is. Hopefully that's not going to be way too high, because that would be embarrassing.
Luckily, if it is, resets are super quick in this game. It only takes like a fraction of a second to reset.
Yeah. Also, if you notice, on some screens, I'm sort of jumping forward at the start. That is because, oh no, that's an example of a death. I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah, but on some screens, I'm jumping forward. That's because I'm resetting as soon as I enter the room. So on some screens, that gives me a better cycle. On some screens, that just puts me forward a bit in the room, which is a very common spot where people think we splice. So throw that there, should kill.
The snipe.
Snipe. And this is Prison. It's the 4th stage. It's the most boring stage, so...
It has some pretty jamming tunes, though.
Yeah, it has some good tunes, but it's just rolling and killing like 5 enemies, so any donations are perfect here.
Well, we have a $1,000 donation from Ashley Soft. that says, good luck, Yisk, and all the other runners. Shout out to the whole Katana Zero speedrun community for making my game look so easy that I had to make a hard mode. Let's beat cancer like we beat the psychotherapist. Beat the game quickly so I can get back to work on that free DLC.
Thanks, Justin. Yeah, ASCIIsoft is great. And is an amazing developer. He put in speedrun mode for us, which cut the game down from 50 minutes to 30 minutes or 20 minutes just by removing all the cutscenes. Great developer, great game. All right. Here I'm gonna try to do a really cool strat, and if I don't get it, then that's gonna be sad. Aw. Unlucky.
Bad RNG.
Yeah, you can, if you deflect the bullet on the same, or about the same time as you deflect a sword, you can launch yourself forward, and it looks really cool. That looks less cool. Oh no. So yeah, this stage kind of introduces the Molotov. They're pretty good. And they explode, if you couldn't tell. So the goal here is we're supposed to grab 3 key cards, and then we have to go back down to the first floor where we were just on and go past the door. So here we're just rolling backwards. So one more quick donation maybe?
We have a $10 donation from Bricks that says, let Yisk give that good boy his scritches.
One thing to mention, the music in this game is absolutely incredible. Like all the tracks on every stage. Absolute bangers.
I don't think there's a bad track in this game. They're all just really good.
So there actually is a slow mode feature in this game, but it loses 2 seconds, so you just has it turned off.
Yeah.
Not be using it.
It also loses time whenever you use it, but you know, I'm that good, so I don't have to use it.
This level's basically an auto-scroller, because you have to take the card and just kill all the enemies in between, and then get the card on the other side.
Yeah, you have to wait for the card, so it takes a slightly long time. Here's a cool strat where we just fly over all the enemies. That's actually called Flying Goose, which is very relevant. Honk.
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 So yeah, here would be studios filled with places for good donation, or good places for donations. So you could probably make 1 or 2.
Perfect. We have a $50 donation from Morning that reads, really enjoying GDQ so far, and I'm really excited to watch the Katana Zero speedrun. We also have a $10 donation from Lori D. Bunnykins that reads, hey Yisk, big fan. Good luck from the one-shot community. Can't wait for the rest of the events.
Thanks, Laurie. Big fan. So I just died there at the end. It's very not cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, this level's, since it's an auto-scroller, it's one of the longer ones, so dying in it makes you go all the way back to the beginning.
Oh, that was not good. So yeah, 1 more maybe?
Perfect. We have a $15 donation from Ziporian that reads, yes, take my energy. Wish you good luck on the run.
All right, so now we've grabbed all the key cards. Now we're just gonna make our way through this door. There we go.
I think another small thing to mention here is that he's playing in French, which saves half a second over English, I believe.
Yeah, in the hard mode version of this run, it saves half a second.
Oh, okay.
Sadly, in the normal mode version, it doesn't save any time. But I still prefer playing in French because the dialogue's good.
Because this is the first boss of the game, he's really difficult.
Yeah, hardest boss in the game for sure. Oh no. Actually difficult.
And it's already over.
That you were bullying that boss.
Oh no. What kind of mansion? This is the... The 6th stage? Oh no, what's happening? Yeah, this is the 6th stage of the run. And there are 11. So this one doesn't really have a gimmick. Most of the stages do. This one kind of doesn't. It just has, it's kind of like all the other stages before it combined. So it goes dark, has Molotovs, has smoke grenades, which they were used a lot more before, like earlier in the run. Or early in the run's lifespan, but now most people prefer not using them because they make the NPC patterns very unpredictable. I still use them though, they're pretty safe and nice.
Yeah, so these flashlights work the same as earlier. If you get caught in them, you'll almost certainly get shot at, but you can be really quick and just take them out before you can even get shot.
Yeah. So we get a flamethrower there. It's pretty cool. It's the only flamethrower in the entire run. And it's the only throwable that you can use more than once. There I tried to go for replay skip. It skips that replay and saves about 3 seconds if you hit eject replay on the first frame.
So this is the second boss. We're gonna have multiple sections like this where you face off against him and build up the meter. Once the meter gets all the way filled, he'll die.
Yeah, so I just hit him a few times, hold left click. Hope I don't die, which I didn't this time.
This should be it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So now comes the motorcycle section. I used to think this was just a massive auto-scroller, but I actually kind of enjoy it now. So you're gonna see me warping forward there. That is not GDQ production slicing my run. That is actually just reset tech. As I explained earlier, I can reset to warp myself forward. So as soon as...
Hitting these cones are actually really important. It's called cone skip. Getting all these objects off the screen makes the next scene load faster.
Yeah, and as soon as the next scene loads, I'm able to reset and warp to the next checkpoint. So that saves a lot of time in the speedrun because we don't have to wait for the screen to scroll and all that. So it's very useful. So I want to mention just, we actually play on stable seed, so we always play on the same seed so we know what's happening and what the enemy behavior is going to be like. But the motorcycle section is the exception to that because the enemies fire at random intervals and it really doesn't make much sense. I don't, you might be able to like predict it, but I'm not sure. This is the third boss in the game. It's a helicopter. It's very infamous for killing runs because of this attack right here that's pretty random and can sometimes just screw you over.
Nice.
Nice.
You're gonna see here, he's gonna go to the left side of the screen so that the faster that he gets off the screen, the earlier the next scene will load.
So that was stage 6. Or stage 6. Now comes Chinatown with probably some of the best music in the entire game. Please enjoy.
Probably some of the cleanest strats in the game too.
Yeah, this stage sort of introduces the drones. You can hit them, they explode.
But if you don't, they'll shoot at you the entire time.
Yeah,
But
so
they're really useful for shooting at a large group of enemies to take them out all at once.
come on. There we go.
Nice.
Oh. Come on. I'm just gonna wait here. Do some safe strats. So here we have to wait for this car to go, for it to come. So, oh no. By going to the left early, you can trigger it. And then you can kill the enemies. It's slightly harder than just killing them and then going to the right. But... oh no. I kind of forgot what to do there. There are two different strats for hard mode and normal mode, and I just mixed them up a bit.
Dude, imagine getting out of your car and immediately getting sliced up.
Yeah.
What a
You
fight.
probably see them outside your window, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't get why they just go out. If they didn't, I would save so much time. So this is the only level that features Dragon. And he has a dash move where he goes very fast and I'm dying. Which is the opposite of that.
Yeah, the dragon ability is really useful for taking out a large group of enemies at once.
Yeah. It makes this one of the more one of the most fast-paced levels in the run, but you can also mess it up.
One downside to the dash is I believe after the dash, you're unable to attack until it comes back up.
Yeah, so when you see that red bar over my head, that's I'm unable to dash or unable to attack at all during that. Oh no.
Yeah, this game requires a lot of super precise movement and correct katana slashes. You'll see a lot that it'll look like he's just swinging at the air, but most of the time he's just deflecting enemy bullets to shoot back at them.
Yeah, and casually most people just use slow-mo to deflect bullets, but since we're not using slow-mo, Yisk just has to react or predict the bullet.
I apologize. I have been kind of sick for most of this event, which is kind of sad. So there we just did the most important skip in the entire run, which is camera skip. By rolling under that camera, we don't have to... We skipped like 2 minutes worth of just dead time. Oh god, it's hard to talk.
You gonna go for cycle skip?
I don't think I'm gonna get it here, but I'll go for it. No.
Oh, it's close.
So you can actually make that cycle if you're fast. Which I sadly wasn't.
There you go.
Yeah, so Slaughterhouse gimmick is sort of just cycle based. So everything's just get the good cycle. And don't die, that's also very important. Oh, that didn't kill the guy. That's sad.
Yeah, this game seems a lot more difficult without using the slow motion mechanic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's understandable, like, you know, how he's dying so much in this level in particular.
Yeah. There are some really good runners of this game. The world record holder is actually just a madman. If he was showcasing this, it would be a lot more clean and a lot faster, but he's not. I'm here instead. Yeah, this level is one of the harder ones. People used to think it was the hardest, or people probably still think it's the hardest just because of all the cycles you have to make.
Yeah, a lot of it's waiting for the correct moment to strike compared to just rushing in on everything.
So here we're gonna skip a lot of the game by just rolling under the cameras like that. You can see the cameras up there and their hitbox goes basically straight down.
Yeah, and this is only possible on normal mode.
Yeah.
Luckily on hard mode, they made it hard so that you couldn't roll under the cameras.
You mean unluckily, it's slow. So that was Slaughterhouse, this is Bunker. It's the quickest transition between stages in the entire game, and it looks really weird. It took some time getting used to back when speedrun mode got introduced.
Yeah, this stage is basically just a series of very small rooms.
Yeah, so we go through one room, take an elevator, go through another room, and in some of the rooms, I don't know. In some of the rooms, resetting, right as the elevator reaches the bottom is faster because of how the door works. So the elevator door takes some time to open for the first time. But if you reset that, it automatically opens, but it pushes you back from around here to here. So it loses a bit of time, but it saves some more time. And that's just another example of resetting being used to go faster. So in this room, for example, I reset as soon as possible to just be able to go faster. You can see when I'm able to reset by this blue save icon in the bottom right. Oh no.
This section as well is actually is a pretty difficult one. A lot of enemies shooting at you at once.
Yeah. These last 3 stages are very difficult, at least casually. I remember having a lot of trouble with them. So that was Bunker 1. This is Bunker 2. It looks very similar, but it's very not the same stage, I promise.
Bunker 2 just has fewer rooms, but the rooms are much longer and feature a lot more enemies.
Oh no. I got hit there when I went down the stairs, and that's kind of not good.
Yeah, that's one thing about this game. Missing one input a lot of the time can end up killing you.
Yeah, I don't think any of the tricks are actually just quite frame perfect, but they're all really precise and require some angles and some good muscle memory. Let's see. I actually used to do a very cool strat here called Ispiske, which stands for ice fishing. And the entire community bullied me for doing it, so I stopped. It's kind of sad. See, I missed that guy because I was slow on the cycle. So this is the room that we've probably routed the most. Like, these cycles were all very... Or we've had a lot of routes for this room. It used to be a very notorious run killer before we got Stable Seed, because of how random it could appear to be sometimes.
All right, so this is the final boss.
Yeah.
She's gonna do some stuff, but she dies pretty easily.
Yeah, this is another example of the bosses just not dying in one hit like everything else. But some waves go out, the boss spawns, and then we slash her 3 times. And we go into the second phase of that boss, which is supposed to be very hard, but thanks to some unfortunate game design, we can just slash her right there and end the boss fight early. So that's the final boss of the game.
Except for the true final boss, of course.
Except for the true final boss. So time ends on fade out. So...
Dude, clean run.
Yeah, time.
Nice.
And now we kick right into the secret boss. That went fast. So this guy, you have no idea who this guy is if you've never played the game before. This guy is a very big part of the story. Sadly, he's also a very big part of the story, so we skip all that. So he's kind of just mad at you because you've pissed him off all game, and then he takes some mad drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. It's not good. It turns you into this. So this boss has 4 phases. He's got the hands phase, which is this one. And then he's got like an orb phase. I know GDQ likes orbs.
Orb.
And then he's got an eye phase, and then he's got a very cool face. So if you get grabbed by those hands, you can just mash out of them most of the time. Which is what I'm going to try to do.
All right, this is phase 2.
Oh no.
Luckily, it doesn't reset you back to the beginning of the fight if you die. It resets you by phase.
Yeah, it resets you to the phase you just died at. I'm dying a lot. This is not good. Oh, that was a bad spawn. Yeah, my strat for this is just kind of get in the corner and then try to deflect as many things as possible. Which is, it usually works pretty well, but I guess that's what they call marathon luck.
You got this.
Yeah, right now it's just my fault for mistiming the deflect. There we go.
All right, this is phase 3.
Yeah, if you suffer from any form of epilepsy or something, this might be a good time to look away for a little bit. Because this boss gets trippy pretty quickly. Let's see. And there we go. That's the first phase of 2 or 4. So, yeah, this is what happens when you do drugs, kids.
Yikes.
By resetting, the first thing you do, you actually start the fight quite slightly quicker. So I'm gonna do that.
For some reason, we need to kill chickens and or turkeys, depending on how you want to look at it. I don't know why he has these, but...
There's a pretty cool red-colored guy in the top right waving his hands.
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to that guy. He's just vibing.
Yeah, actually, this entire phase is RNG on where the chickens and or turkeys spawn. So basically, the entire time you're just hoping to get good patterns.
Yeah, if you get bad patterns, you can lose time, and sometimes you just get really annoying patterns that make it a lot harder to defeat the boss. You have to hit that main body there 3 times, and if you die, it resets. So dying there on the end is not good. Dying at all is not good, actually.
Yeah, would not recommend.
Death is bad.
Yeah, dying is uncool. Yeah, this boss has slightly different timings on hard mode, which is what I'm mostly used to because I run a lot of that. And so that's why I'm doing a lot of like rookie mistakes, which is kind of unfun. But hey, it happens,
Feels
right?
kind of backwards, like doing all these hard mode strats and getting used to them. And normal is harder for you now instead of hard mode.
Yeah, it's really weird. And that's the boss.
Nice.
So the time for the boss fight, and oh no, I searched the corpse, that's not good. You got a government key card. Nice. So time for the psychotherapy ends there. And there you can see my in-game time, because this game has an in-game timer.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Katana Zero. That's all stages plus the psychotherapy boss on normal mode. And any shout-outs? Like shout-outs to the community for this game. They've all just been amazing. Routing everything. The routing in this game has been insane. And just being very friendly and nice. If you want to learn this game, if you thought, hey, this looks cool, or if you thought, hey, I could do better than this guy, make sure to join the Discord and learn the game. It's a lot of fun. Any other shout-outs? Shout-outs to the restreams for doing a great job restreaming every single run. And any other shout-outs you guys have?
Shout outs to all the gamers out there.
Shout-outs to the gamers.
You guys are fantastic. Shout out to the GDQ staff over there for making all this work.
Yeah, shout-outs to Tech for making everything just at the event working fine. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for having us.
And thank you again, Yisk, for that awesome Katana Zero run. Again, my name is Sakura, and I will be your host for just a little bit longer. We got a few donations in while that run was going. A $25 donation from Team Joe. Good luck on the run, Yisk. The Street Boys are rooting for you. Also, a $500 donation from Chaparral. This one's for Lee. It's time to slay. Get him, Yisk. We have a $500 donation from Dumple that reads, this run is making me feel relaxed and carefree. Like the saying goes, Hakuna Katana. And we also received a $150 donation from Some Dude Tempest 142. Shout outs to all the staff and runners for another amazing event. Awesome Games Done Quick 2020 is brought to you by Team Meat. We're great at making games, terrible at estimating time. Super Meat Boy Forever is coming to Epic Games Store, Switch, Xbox One, and PS4 in 2020. We're like 99% sure it'll be 2020. You can visit www.supermeatboy.com or follow us on Twitter at supermeatboy, but don't expect a ton of updates. We're busy. And we're also going to be right back after this quick Twitch ad break. And welcome back, everyone, again to Awesome Games Done Quick. Coming up next, we're going to have Clone Hero, Guitar Hero, run by Frosted GH. But in the meantime, while they're setting up, let's talk about a couple of the incentives we have. So we have a Clone Hero Dragon Force that is currently set at $50,000. We have $17,597, so we're still a fair ways away, and we'll definitely need to meet that coming up very, very soon, considering the run is next. We also have Untitled Goose Game bonus any % run, which I know everyone here wants to see. That is currently set for $150,000. We are at $27,500, and so that also needs quite a boost in order to see as well. And another run coming up soon, we're going to have the crowd control for A Link to the Past randomizer. I see some hype in the crowd for that one. Currently on your screen, if you are watching on Twitch, you may see a crowd control extension where you can exchange your bits for coins, where you can use them to either help or hinder the runner in that run. So if you want to get those coins in now, then you should do so. We have a $100 donation from Kais, donating for this great cause, and when my favorite host is on, donation goes to Link's Awakening run. Hi. Yo, thank you so much for the kind words, Kais. It's so awesome. We also had received a $5 donation from Six Rock that reads, "Hey Yisk, good luck on the big stage. May the power of Viper guide you into a great run. Been really enjoying this GDQ, and it's always great to see people gather up for a great cause. Donation, of course, goes towards petting the cat. Unfortunately, we didn't reach that donation incentive, but there's a few other donation incentives we do need to meet. So get those donations in quick." We have a $1,000 donation from Thorlar that reads, "Time to donate again, and what a crazy amount you all have raised in the past few days. Much love to all of the runners who put so much passion and heart into your runs, to the staff for managing this event, and to the people watching who contribute to making this event what it is. Thank you, everyone, for being nothing less than heroes and for fighting cancer together. Oh, and pineapple on pizza is nice." Oh boy. And we also received a $20 donation from Labyrinth that reads, shout out to everyone on both the Katana Zero Discord and the Katana Zero Speedrunning Discord. Also shout out to my boy, the Gator, for playing through the game no slow mode first try. This goes to psychotherapy. That was fantastic. That boss was a great exhibition. We have a $250 donation from Mouseman117. Shout out to the AV crew. I work in the same field and know how much work it is. Thank you for the awesome job you're doing. We also received a $10 donation from Patrick and Letty Carrillo. The Reeds had to donate in the name of our 3-year-old daughter, Remington, who is currently battling cancer and doing it with a smile on her face. She's our hero, Remington Strong. All right, and looks like we have an interview coming up, so let us pass that over to Kungfufruitcup.
Hey everyone, Kungfufruitcup back here. How's it going? All right, so I am here with our lovely runners, Tasselfoot and Yisk. Now, we just got to see Yisk run the amazing Katana Zero, which I think was fantastic. What do you guys think?
Thank you.
There you go. Congratulations on your run. Now, that's not the only thing that Yisk could be here to run today, because we have Goose Game coming up.
Honk.
There you go. Can we get a honk from the audience? There we go. All right, we have Tasselfoot here who will be running the all main tasks run, but we could also have this any % coming up after, which is like the most amazing 3 minutes of your life. So we need to get donations in for that. Currently, the last time I checked, we are at 27,600 out of 150,000. So please, everyone, get those donations in. You want to see this. It's so funny. It's going to be really, really fun. So hi, guys. How are you doing today?
Hi.
Good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah? And you had a great run. How'd you feel about it?
It could have been better. But they always can, right? So
Yeah, but I still think it was great. I mean, it came in under estimate. Everything was good.
Yeah, I'm glad I finished it. That's the most important part.
Well, I hope you get to finish another one.
I hope I do too. Make sure to donate.
Yeah. So you all can see that clearly Yisk is more than just a Goose Game runner, but like, don't we all want to watch him play Goose Game after this?
Don't we all?
I feel like we do.
I do, for sure.
I do too. I do too. I want to know what got you guys into this run, because you know it's a bit of a newer run, and these categories are quite different. And I know you kind of have different backgrounds on what got you into speedrunning and everything.
I heard about Goose Game like probably 2+ years ago. Is when
wow.
I first was like hearing rumors and like seeing little snippets and teaser trailers and articles about it, and was like, what on earth is this thing? Like, who knows? But it looks amazing. And I just absolutely was like, I have to play this as soon as it comes out. And then you just kept, every once in a while, you kept hearing little new rumors, little new articles, and it was like, when is this game actually coming out? And so literally the day that it came out, I kind of checked out of work early and was like, I need to play this right away. And I really, really enjoyed it and started speedrunning it, for better or worse.
You started speedrunning right away.
Yeah, day one. Day one,
nice.
I was doing what was any % at the time, but now would be like any % glitchless.
Yeah, that's awesome. But I know that wasn't, I mean, before this 2 years of Goose Game knowledge or hinting, you've been involved in kind of speedrunning and indie games for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I started speedrunning in like 2005.
That's crazy.
Back with like Top Gear Rally for the N64. Not well at all, but like it was there was like no one else playing it, so you know, uncontested. But I've been involved in like indie games for probably almost that entire time, making walkthroughs and kind of just trying to beat games quickly so that they're shown off really well for people to be able to follow and do it. And it just kind of naturally led into doing speedrunning, and just always been passionate about indie games and
that's why I'm always drawn to them. So, you know, a lot of people, their childhood was like NES games, and that's why they're into those sorts of things. And for me, it's just always been indie games.
That's awesome. Well, great. And I think this is going to go fantastic. What got you into Goose Game, especially any percent?
Yeah, so I first heard about Untitled Goose Game just from random people anywhere, and I saw the game and I was like, that looks like a gimmick. I'm not going to play that. And then I saw a bunch of Twitter drama about having to move a Discord server for the speedrun community, and I thought like, all right, this game might be cooler than I thought. Then I checked out the current any percent world record at the time, and I looked at it and I was like, I could probably beat that. So then I bought the game, played through it casually, took maybe a couple hours. Then I started looking at the clips, started looking at how you perform all of them, practiced a bit. I think I did like 3 or 4 runs, and then I accidentally got world record.
Accidentally?
Yes.
That's so great.
Yeah.
And you are still the current world record holder.
Unless something has changed overnight, which I hope it hasn't, I am still the current world record holder, and I have been for about 3 months now.
That's amazing. And I feel like I've learned previously that you just kind of pick up random games over the last year. Is there anything specifically that draws you to one or the other?
As long as I find the game interesting or entertaining, I actually pick up many games just purposefully to speedrun them at marathons. That's why I pick up a lot of new games, so I can show them off, because I think they're really cool. So I've picked up a lot of speedruns and a lot of new games over the last year that I've focused on speedrunning.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see it, because it's going to happen. We need to make this happen. It's going to be so much fun. Real quick before we go, let's get in a social media question or two.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. This is from @StarTracings, who says, Tasselfoot, what's your favorite part of the run? And I'd like to apply this to you too, yes, out of this bit of a 3-minute. Any particularly cool tricks that come into play in all main tasks?
So my favorite part of the run is the back garden, which is the 3rd section of the game. For most of the time, again, the game's not very old, about 3 months, so like the speedrun history is pretty short. But
No, it's a very old game.
But at least for like the first probably half or month and a half or so, the routing in back gardens was really inconsistent. And we kind of just found a really nice route, and it turned it from the most inconsistent to the most consistent section of the game. And so I'm really happy at the route that we kind of have for that section. It makes it, I think, a lot of fun and streamlined.
Awesome. What about you?
Do you also like the back garden part of your run?
I very much like the back garden part of my run. My favorite part about the back garden part is the fact that it doesn't exist.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very optimal routing.
It's a very optimal route. It's insane.
All right, this is from @QKevin. He says, what's your favorite honk?
The honk.
The honk. Can we get an example of the honk again real fast? I forgot what it sounds like. There we go. Okay, that's what it sounds like. That's pretty great. Let's get in one more. This is from @ChenziCoden, who says, what's your favorite goose-based meme that's come from all this goose hype?
Mine's the take bell. I think it's just absolutely just perfect combination of just fits the game so well. The logo design, just everything about it. I cannot get enough of the take bell, Taco Bell
Oh,
crossover.
for sure. Absolutely. How about you?
I gotta say, it has to be the I can be your angel or your devil meme with the goose and the knife. I think that's really funny.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. Well, this is a wonderful Mimi run. I can't wait to see all the awesome stuff in it, and I can't wait to see both of them. We need to see both of them. Remember to get those donations in, everyone. Thank you so much for talking with me, you two. Can't wait to see the run coming up soon. Next up, we have the Clone Hero showcase, which is going to be amazing. So stick around and watch, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Kung Fu. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're getting ready for Clone Hero with Frosted GH here. Just a heads up, we do have an incentive still going to play Through the Fire and Flames, everyone's favorite Dragon Force song here. You haven't seen it done the way you would see it done here. We are at about 21,500 out of the 50,000 we need for that. So let's start seeing